Wow. Okay, that's... My microphone is unmuted now. Works better that way. I am going to be playing Control again today. This is... should be an 18 plus stream, hopefully. If I did it right. Yes. Hello, good evening. We are going to be playing Control today. Control is, it's an interesting game. It's, reminds me in some ways of Assassin's Creed, although it does have more, shooter elements, intrigue elements. It is... It deals a lot with the supernatural, psionics, altered world events, as they call it, which are sort of supernatural happenings, objects of power, which are, as the name would suggest, and they can be controlled. Other altered items, which are less controllable. The objects of power can be bound and controlled. The main character, Jesse, has bound several of them at this point. There is a photosensitivity warning. Other content warnings, can find a link with exclamation point CW in the chat. I am currently trying to repair a power generator of some kind. I'm pretty... It's clearly not a typical generator, but I'm not entirely clear on the exact mechanics of it. But it's, well, the person I asked about the mechanics said it's highly classified, and I was told not to ask questions, basically. So. Movement is critical to avoid sustaining damage in combat. Standing still is not advisable. Thanks for that. That's good advice. So I need to fix these energy converters, which the sign says are that way. There we go. Mouse sensitivity was changed. Let's see. So we're on this mission, trying to restore power so that we can override a lockdown on the building. We are in the Federal Bureau of Control, which is the agency tasked with monitoring and handling these supernatural events, altered world events. Jesse became the new director by binding the object of power known as the service weapon, which has taken the form of a gun. It can apparently also take the form of a sword. She has also bound an object known as the floppy disk, or the nuclear disk, which is a floppy disk with nuclear launch codes on it that grants her telekinetic powers.
I don't like that sound.
Me neither. She's also bound a carousel horse, which lets her dash, essentially, and a telephone known as the hotline that lets her talk to both the board of directors and the deceased former head of the bureau. All right, so this looks like a control point. Not what I like my health to look like. Oop, there's more. Let's see. Feel free to just stick it in the chat if you have any questions about anything that's happened so far. This is, I think, my third session on this game. I'm enjoying it so far. It's very much that the the interweaving of sort of fiction and reality and popular culture and
Like that sound.
sort of ideas about the collective unconscious. It's very interesting. I always find that stuff interesting. Anyway. It's also pretty solid and challenging as a straight action game. And I really do need to pay attention to that part while I'm in combat instead of trying to recite the rest of the plot. Let's see. I have new mods. Dodge efficiency. Recoil efficiency. Spin rate. Nothing immediately useful.
I don't like that sound.
Whew. Alright, so I have to cleanse these control points within the building. There seem to be a similar concept to like ley lines, something along those lines. And then they act as respawn points once I've done that. As well as a few other things. I think I should now have the materials I need to construct the new form of my weapon. Nope, I need one more of these threshold remnants. And then I can do that. Okay. Looks like I do have an ability point, but I have no 1-point abilities at the moment. The rooms with this generally do damage if you go into them, so I'm gonna not do that. Did I already come through here?
It's fried up. You need to fix it before the old twig bats inside the plant has a shit fit.
So that is Ati, who is ostensibly a janitor. There is some question about whether that's exactly or the entirety of what he is. Can turn on immortality. I just need to see which button switches are. Switches which side I'm looking. I don't think we have the full story about T. But he's given us some assignments. He's hired us to work as his assistant after we were already the director. And he's helping us to figure out how to fix this this generator. The NSC plant. Anyway, I will ask that there are no spoilers from anyone who's played the game before, but speculation is just fine if you don't know any more than I do. Let's see, what have we got here? Hiss Trooper. Troopers are meant to be the first agents to enter unknown AWE's thresholds or any other paranaturally hazardous situation. They are heavily armored and heavily armed in preparation for the worst. As a result of their role, his troopers have access to the heaviest armor and weaponry from the Bureau's armory, including military-grade chain guns and grenade launchers. In addition to their already formidable FBC-issued armor, his resonance surrounding these entities is dense enough to stop bullets. If forced to engage one of these, be sure to make use of any available cover. Also note that, to the telekinetically talented, enemy grenades can be a welcome source of ammunition. Refer to Redacted for full report. And the home safe tests. Home safe tests. Okay. The safe object of power can produce a barrier using objects or materials from its immediate vicinity. See OOP22 case file for more details. Well, that sounds useful. Bureau Rangers were given permission to employ heavy weaponry against a para-utilitarian bound to this object in order to gauge the barrier's durability. Redacted and redacted velocity ammunition were tested with redacted results. Testing will continue after redacted. The safe object of power is clearly a viable candidate for use in combat response scenarios. Allowing para-utilitarians to participate in altered engagements would be an advantage worth considering. That would be handy if I can find that. A barrier would be very useful. Alright, this area seems clear now. don't think there's stairs on this side. Nope. Ooh. Okay, that should be the last threshold remnant I need to get the spin gun. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Well, let's make sure I'm done with this area so it won't reset, and then I'm gonna go back and get that new gun. These shelters are... Well, we found one that had bureau staff in it. No, that was meant to be the F button. Usually they just have a couple materials or the like in them. That's better. Another shelter? Nope, same shelter. I literally just went in a circle. Okay. That sounds like footsteps. Oh. Alright, well, I guess I can go ahead and construct the new weapon form since I'm back here. Insufficient materials, of course. Nope, that's for building mods. Okay. Let's see. Rate of fire boost, grouping efficiency, accuracy boost, or damage boost. Damage boost is never a bad place to start. New personal mod, health boost. Let's go with that for now. What's new here? A good defense. Ah, looking for the safe. Okay. There will certainly be a time for that. Ooh, they are all back. So the spin mode thing that keeps popping up is one of our board countermeasures, and we get a reward for completing this. In this case, a random personal mod. And I can only have 3 at a time, and there's 2 more available, so I do want to get at least one of these completed and cleared out. Don't know yet what the fall damage threshold is in this game, and I don't really want to, like, intentionally find out. Alright, that's cleared out before. Power cube. There we go. That's what I want to attach there. And come on. Is there another one? Up top there. Gonna work from down there. Okay, I think that's it. Clear. Not clear. Another power socket.
Now we won't blow up. Let's go lift the lockdown.
Alright. Can't do anything here, can I? Lift the lockdown using the directorial override. Okay, NSC control room is where I want to be headed for that. Upcoming game reminder. Next game is Wednesday at 8, usual spot. Hazard owes me $20. Arish still on a winning streak. Someone please figure out how he's cheating. Thompson suspended for a game because of that shady dealing incident. Guy, I owe you $60. I brought beers last time, so it's Hepstenstall's turn. My, what a name. Electricity and water look good. Oh. That is the wrong kind of activation. I don't think I actually need to go down there. Here we go. That looks like trouble. All of them.
Forces contain a lockdown. Only be lifted by a directorial override.
This is what we came here to do.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone.
Well, I'm not all that confident that it's safe to lift the lockdown, but I am confident that we can't fix things without doing so. There's a bound service weapon. Interesting.
That's it. The other sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
Right. Looks like this will be a shorter way back. There was something else T wanted me to do down here, I think. Go to Central Executive to collect your reward. Okay, let's see where that is. That's... I may do that one off stream since it's not a main story one. That one I do want to do on stream, I think. Object of power. Just after I said I wasn't going to do that, too. Book club. It is a book review. Really need to stop doing that. Okay, so that's shut off. I guess we'll see if there's another way I can reach the, whatever that area is. appears I have disconnected. If you can still hear me, I'm going to try to fix the issue.